Hey guys, what is up? What's going on out there this morning, wherever you are? Happy Sunday morning, September 5, 2021. Hope you're having a great start to your day and got some good tennis on tap today, singles and or doubles, maybe even a little mixed. What the heck, huh? A little mixed troubles. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Hey guys, look, what I got for you today is one of the responses to the questionnaire that I put out there yesterday that I would, if you haven't already done so, would love to hear from you. It's an anonymous two-part questionnaire, meaning it'll take you under 60 seconds unless you're really a slow typer. And I'm going to ask you two things. Number one, I want you to choose, what's your number one question about serve and volley? Is it singles or is it doubles? You only get one choice. And, when you're done with the next question is, okay, well, what is your number one question about that? When you're done, you can always go back and fill out another response as well if you want to do for singles and doubles. But I'd really love to know what's on your mind with serve and volley. And one of the responses from yesterday was, I'm paraphrasing, was basically, how do you handle the low chip slice return to serve? And I can't remember if the response was in reference to singles or doubles, but either way, it's the same solution. And
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Sorry, Siri. I'm not having any trouble hearing you. Anyway, so I used to do a lot of this in especially in singles. Is I just felt that pressure that I had to get in. If I was going to serve and volley, the last thing I wanted to do was to get kind of exposed there in that area, that transitional area between the baseline and the service line. And so I'd rush through my service motion, which would really compromise the technique on it, number one. So it wasn't the greatest high quality serve. And maybe that's why I was having to deal with so many balls down low at my feet. But then number two, there was that mild kind of panic of, I just got to get in. I got to get in. I've got to at least volley this thing no matter where it is, so that I know that, I'm going to be on top of, or maybe even, just a hair inside the service line when that opponent over there goes for their next shot. In singles, it could be for a pass, or in doubles, it could be, for the returner's next shot. And I just was always I was just digging out these shoe top, even a little bit, further in front, first volleys. And most of the time it was just kind of a pop-up. I would just kind of set it up and I'd get past a lot, or, that'd be in singles or in doubles, put our team in jeopardy. And, or if it wasn't that, I just simply miss it. So I just remember once watching, and this was in singles, a friend of mine at the Berkeley Tennis Club, a really good player. And basically that was his whole offensive mindset, was serve and volley, literally on everything, first and second serve. But what I noticed is that when I was playing against him, I would go ahead and chip a nice low return to serve, what I thought would be down his feet. And what he had done is he'd put on the brakes early, and he'd allowed my slice or chip return that would have been at his feet if he'd continued forward. Well, now he put on the brakes and he'd allowed it to get up a little bit to where it's more, the lows would be like, a knee high, but somewhere between knee and waist high, little approach shot. And then I would notice that, man, he'd execute that thing all day long. And then I'd be looking for the pass, and he'd be in the same spot on the service line, if not inside, as if he played a serve and volley. And so it just got me thinking, and then it started to kind of morph its way into my doubles. And I've got a video clip here I want to play for you. And you may have seen this clip before, but this is exactly what I'm talking about, where you get a short chip. Right now, look, I mean, I suppose you could just lunge forward just to play literally serve and volley, but you'd be in trouble, right? Especially in doubles. So I'm just, look, I mean, here's where the bounce is right in here, right? I mean, from back in here, rather than putting on the brakes, I mean, look, out of my peripheral, I can see that it's going to be a chip. This is not going to be a drive. This is going to be a chip. You can just see with out of your peripheral. Again, I'm looking at the ball, but out of your peripheral, it's a chip, right? And it's going to be short and it's smart. It's a great return down low in front of the returner's partner. But rather than lunging forward just to volley it to make sure you end up inside, look, I'm putting the brakes on and now I'm looking up to see that, all right, he's coming in. So that means I've got less time to be able to move forward, right? I can move forward a little bit as long as I get the ball down. And then, you know, yeah, you got to play a little shot now and then from behind the service line. And there you have it. So let's go back and look at this in real time. And I think, you know, one of the things, if you ask my good friend and practice partner, the Big O, one of the things that he points out about my doubles with serve and volley is that most of the time I'm going to put the brakes on looking for something short, especially against the big players who like to get the ball down. And I'm putting the brakes on right around, right in the middle of, oh my gosh, no man's land, right? So that I can go ahead and now play what I want rather than playing this awkward, technically challenged first volley and then move forward. So there you have it. Where am I? Here we go. So look, I want to hear from you. What's on your mind with your serve and volley? Again, it could be singles, it could be doubles, but down below, there's a link to that 2-part questionnaire I mentioned at the top. I'd love for you, if you haven't already done so, let me know. Again, it's anonymous. I don't know who's filling out stuff, and unless you want to type your name in there in the second part, that's fine, but you don't need to. But number one, you know, what's your serve and volley question in regards to, is it singles or is it doubles? And then the second part is, what is your number one question? Let me know. And they're all over the board, all over the map. I love it. So that link is down below in the description area. It will take you directly over the questionnaire. Again, want to hear from you. And what else? I guess that's it for me today. We're doing a short, well, not short. It's 7 minutes and 47 seconds. But hope you got something great on tap today with your tennis. I've got a day off from the tennis portion, but I'm going to do a little workout. I'm going to take my bike down to South Route County. And I got a little bike ride, a little mountain bike ride route that I'm going to do. About an hour ride on the dirt, on the gravel, not single track. I just don't trust myself in the single track. But nice open road, dirt road bike today. About an hour, and then come back, change clothes, and let's get to it with the cleanup of 6 acres. That should take a while. And by the way, that is some great cross training in there. All right, guys, that's it for me today. As always, it's time. We all got to get out there. We've got to help another human being have a spectacular day. Guys, I'll see you again tomorrow.